Well, hello there, it's Quintus Hegie. My skill is mind trainings, and as a master hypnotist, I do a lot of things, but today I will talk about the group workshops that I give for companies, events, and congresses. So let me dive into that immediately, because I get some questions about how does that look like. So suppose you are a company, like a corporate, you're having like a learning week or some kind of learning event, and you're looking for a nice short training to add to your calendar to make part of that conference or that congress. Or you are organizing a congress for for a specific type of professionals, like can be developers, can be data people, can be marketing people, can be business people, and you have a lot of workshops on there and speakers and keynotes, etc. Also on the hard topics, and you're looking for something extra, like an extra workshop, an extra group thing that you can make part of that conference or congress. Now, there can also be like a conference in the, maybe not in the business setting, but in some other more entertainment setting, like there's these anime conferences and comic conferences. I also enjoy them myself, and you're looking there for an extra thing to add to the offering that's happening there, and you're thinking about something with the mind. Then I have an offering on that, and it's called the group workshop. It's an introduction to the mind training, and I offer it in various forms with various teams, and we can even customize that. That's the thing that we are talking about. So it can be how to become your superhero, or at the developers conference, how to solve complex problems easily in a kind of like movie style, or how to become your best cosplayer. These are all examples of these group workshops I give. So how does it work when you will book me as a speaker? It's referred to for your company learning training, for a conference or a congress, like anything where a lot of people come together and can go to a specific room for a workshop training or some inspiration. That's what I'm talking about here. Now, if your company or your event is thinking about including me in your program, it works as follows. I will come to your event and I will give there a training, mind training of about an hour. It can be extended to 1.5 hours, but the main program is an hour, which will be an active workshop where we will do together some exercises to get an introduction to the power of your mind. And I will make that custom for your event, for your team of your training, your company, whatever is the case. And it will be fun and it will be entertaining, because I like that. It's fun. It doesn't have to be so serious, but I'm still very serious. It's a serious workshop where the attendees will really learn something, get something improved. So that's the nice thing about adding my hypnosis workshop, group workshop, to your event. And it's a soft skill that I'm teaching, that I'm training for your employees or for your visitors of your conference. Yeah? Now, it's about an hour, and what I will need is the following. I will need a room. A good room where I can fit all the people that are attending. And I will recommend that you have some kind of registration system by which people can subscribe to the event up to a certain capacity. Because I will need a room that's ideally a confined room that's separated from the sounds of any other things happening around, because at the conference there can be many things coming around. So where possible, I will need a room that is with sound isolated from other things, like the main stage with many music. I don't want the interference of that much, so it has to be isolated, a good room, a good workshop room. There may be a stage on there. It's not always required, depends a bit on the size of the group, because I give this to 25 people or 50 or 100 people. That's about the size of the groups that I can host for the training. And furthermore, I will need chairs in the room. for the attendees. So that's also a requirement. And these chairs, I will set into a certain configuration with some space apart. So if it's a room with fixed chairs, like they're glued to the floor as in a cinema setting, if you go to the theater, there's no space around your chair to freely walk, and I will do some exercises with the attendees, which involves some basic walking around. So I will need to have chairs a bit separate from each other that I can move. No tables needed, there's only chairs needed for this. Okay, so a good isolation of sound, or at least well enough, so that it's a bit of like a more private space for attendees. It doesn't have to be fully private, but it's helpful if there's less or no distractions from other sounds and other events going around. That's what I get back from my attendees when they have disturbances from other people, and then they have less of an experience. It's still possible, but it's not ideal. So that's and how does it then work furthermore? Well, I will give the presentation and I will teach a bit about the mind training, but I will also do exercise. I will do actually five exercises I will do with your audience, with the people that have subscribed to the training. The people that have subscribed have to be on time. That's very important because we have a full hour and we need the full hour. So I will work with you on the communication that the people register. They have to register for it, so that we know that they are really serious about it and want to join. And then they attend the workshop, where we do 5 exercises. It will be first some easy exercises to do, but they will be seated and standing position, combination of them, some visualization exercises, and I slowly build up until the big teamed exercise. So this is important for you as an organizer of the company training of about an hour, 1.5 hours, or for the conference. What is your team? Let me know what is your team, because the big exercise I will do, it's the 4th exercise in the row 5, that takes about 15 to 20 minutes of the whole hour. That is custom made for your team. It's adapted to the theme of your event or your training. So I will need to know that. What is that? And I will look, of course, on your company website or your congress information about what's the topic there. Together you will define into a topic. So this is a custom workshop for your event. Cool? Yeah. So this will be the 4th exercise for the attendees. That will be more custom to it, and in general the team will also be adapted to it. Example. Recently I gave a group workshop training at a developers conference. Now developers, after some research into this audience, they're a bit like nerdy, a bit techy, and they also like a bit computers and games. So these are all aspects, and movies they like a bit. So together, we sat together and we organized it in a certain team, where we took a very popular movie about intergalactical matters and spaceships and different kind of episodes. So we gave it a certain flavor so that it related to this audience of developers in a fun but also learnful way. And this is an example of how I make the workshop custom. So we have the 4th exercise will be custom made, but also in general, like the theme of the workshop and the description, I will make custom for you and your event. So we will need a bit of interaction about that. For that. Furthermore, what's more important? So we have optionally the stage. It's not necessarily required, but it can be useful. There's no screen needed because I will be teaching with my voice, and it brings me to good audio equipment. So I will, depending on the group size, especially if we go beyond 25 people, like 50 people or 100 people, then I will need to have good audio. So ideally I have like a wireless microphone there, so that with audio installation that everybody can hear me clearly, also back in the room, because I will be doing exercises with the attendees. They will learn something, they will grow and develop and have a very personal experience. Some of them may want to share it during the workshop, but they are not required, but they will have a personal growth experience. And for be able to do that, to have like a good rating of the workshop and also a good rating of your event or learning week or whatever, it's important that all the attendees can really hear my voice clearly, because my voice will be my main communication method for the training. I will do some exercises and some light touches, like on the shoulder tap, for example. I will do one of the exercises. But the main important thing is that I can really always could hear my voice very well and clear. Talking about the small touches, that leads me to the following. The setup of the chairs is such that I can walk around. I can easily go off the stage, if there's a stage optionally, and walk around between the people. Because when we do the exercises with raising, lifting hands, etc., some people I want to be able to correct their hand position, for example. So I will be walking around between the chairs, between the people, during the training. So that's important, that there's space to walk around. Now don't worry, I have a pre-made floor plan, like a pre-made room plan with the design how to do that. And I will work together with your media and facility people to get it right during the workshop. Which brings me to a bit of preparation at the event itself. So after you have announced it at your event, and people can subscribe it either before your event or during your event day, they can live subscribe, that's fine. Then we have the workshop itself. How does that work? Well, I will need about 15 minutes before the workshop, I will need preparation time in the room. So that's when all the chairs are going to be set up correctly or already are set up correctly, and I will prepare my stuff to give the workshop. And that's before and during the workshop. We have, of course, the workshop. It is very possible, and I really encourage it as well, that during the workshop there can be pictures made by your photographer. There can be videos made by your videographer for capturing your event experience by a customer, but the people themselves, they won't be having their phones on, they will be turned off and put aside. So that's another thing for the room. If people are with big bags joining, and this is typically if you're in like a work environment setting, people carry around their laptops and their bags. So and if they come from outside, they have their jackets. These need all to be placed outside of the area where I give the workshop. So they need to be placed in a corner or in the cloaking room, for example, so they are not distracted by it and they cannot triple over it when we're doing the exercise we're moving around. I don't want them triple over their laptops, etc. So that's another point here. Okay? Yeah, this will also need to be communicated. This will be a great workshop, so that's why I'm so specific about this. But don't worry, when you contact me, I will give you all the details. I will work with you. I will make sure that this is a success, and I will really get a good star rating. Now we're talking about the good star rating of this workshop, the soft skill workshop, especially when it's a soft skill workshop in a otherwise quite hard skill conference or setup or whatever. Then people will really like this. People really like to have a soft skill workshop in combination with all the hard skills. Like for the developers conference I just attended and gave the workshop. They were really happy that they have, besides all these programming workshops, they also had the system workshop. They also had the soft skill workshop. So they really like it. So to give even a better rating, there's an option I can advise, because at the end of the workshop, people will have done 5 exercises and they will have a very nice personal benefit from it. They have learned, they have grown, new insight, they became better workers, better professionals, or they became better cosplayers, or they became better at drawing or making cartoons or making movies. if they're in the creative industry, for example. So they will have a profound experience during the workshop. If you want to really go for an extra bonus, I can advise you to do the following. At the end of the 1 hour workshop training, which can be extended to 1 hour and 50 minutes, I can recommend you to have like 50 minutes extra where people can informally connect and discuss their experience, like 15 minutes to half an hour extra, where you arrange some drinks or small snacks so that they have a reason to stay and mingle and start exchanging their experience, because the workshop will have 5 exercises that are very personal for the people themselves. They don't need to share about it with others, but they will have profound impact and insight. So they will have something really cool to share with others or to discuss how others experience it. Having a drinks or small bites arranged at the end of the workshop, of my workshop, really facilitates and helps to really get this extra star in your star rating. If you ask people, how did you like the workshop? How did you like the event? When you add small drinks and bites, just have some drinks, it's enough. Just something that I find that it really works. People enjoy it and they have a reason to stay. Then they will give you a better rating, because they have like extra 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes that they hang around, exchange experience, exchange insights on the spot, while they're still in this mood, while they're still in this vibe that is becoming such a nice vibe with my workshop. They will really benefit from it, because my workshop, 1 hour workshop, 5 exercises plus some talking for me and introduction about mind training, it's really packed, it's really intense. So they will have been really going through it, they will really enjoy it, they will really have been changed, they have been improved, they really like it. But in this hour there's no time for long discussions and exchange. I may ask a few people, hey, how did you experience that? But I'm on the Swiss strict schedule. I want your audience, your attendees, to have a very personal, impactful hour. I want to have them happy, confident, relaxed, really enjoying it, learning something so that they really like your event. That's what I want. That's my goal. So to make that even better, my suggestion is to arrange some small drinks and bites afterwards at the room. Don't get them out the room, keep them in the room. So bring that into the room at the end of the room. We will make sure, if you reach me out on that, I can help with your facility management team to arrange the correct timing for that. But it's really a nice addition, and I really get good feedback from that. So that's just a tip. If it doesn't fit in your program, there's no worries. It's fine. I'm just telling you, if you really want to go for this like 5-star experience rating that people give, then this is my recommendation. So that's I think the very important things. Some more points. I'm almost there. I can recommend to collect some basic details about the attendees, like maybe their email address, for example, that they have a list of people signing up. That can also be at the beginning of the workshop, before they enter, in the 50 minutes before the workshop starts, because the workshop starts on time. That they can register there, leave their name and email address. This is really valuable, because then we can send out a survey about how did it go. How was your insight? Because the workshop will be very personal, but I won't be able to talk with each and every person individually about their experience. So this is also a recommendation that we collect the people with these registered names and emails, so that we can send a survey and see how they benefited, or if they want to know more. Because I want them to leave the room with a new introduction to a new skill that they're really amazed about. And if they want to know a bit more, I would like to be able to at least come back once to them using a survey where we ask them about their experience, but I can also give them a few tips. Hey, if you want to have more about this, here are some interesting sites and literature and courses that I could recommend if you want to learn more about this. So that's handy if you have that in the registration, that you can reach out and get a good evaluation, and that also will help you in your event to have like a quantitative rating how it was. Because it will be cool, it will be awesome, and it will be great, and yeah, if you don't capture that, then it's a lost opportunity. So that's about how it goes. Now, if you want to know more, if you're considering for your event, like your company training, learning week, event, congress, teams, movie, whatever, if you are looking for a soft skill speaker, active workshop, active mind training workshop, reach out to me, then we together work out the details to make sure that this workshop really fits your audience, fits the vibe, and really leaves good star ratings, that are really people like it. That's my goal. And if for some reason we're looking at it and we cannot make the configuration work ideally or optimally, or somehow there's no fit, I will tell you, and there will be no workshop, because I only want to have good workshop. So there's a basic conditions, and then people really like it. People will really be a fan of it. So that's why I'm having this video talking to you about this. But it will be cool, it will be great. Don't worry, I've done this several times, giving several workshops already. So it's easy, I know the drill, I'm confident about it, and I'll help you even if it's the first time that you're organizing this kind of events and including me as a speaker. So I'm happy to work with you, Quintus Hegie, your master hypnotist, giving your audience awesome introductions to the powers of mind training in a fun, but seriously personal, enjoyable way. Cool? Yes, so hit me up. You can hit me up on LinkedIn or via my website, or as a response to this chat. Well, I think the details I'm easily to find for these kind of purposes. Yes? Okay, enjoy. I'm looking forward to hear from you, and I'm always curious about your event, even if it's that brings me to the last point. If your event is somewhere else where I need to travel to, then of course I will need to have a location where I can park my car and my stuff. So but this is obvious, of course. So no worries about it. Okay, happy to hear from you. Then we can discuss the possibilities, and I will get back to you. And based on your input, I will make checking the conditions. I will make for you a good, nice quote. Cool. Let's do it.